team comes from the Ali Labs. So Ali Labs is a AAA gaming studio in Vietnam, which traded over $100 million for all the games. So some of the more popular games distributed under Ali Labs, such as Trouble Rivals, Trouble Maniac, Final Fortress, which game you guys can find on the Google Play, um, and also App Store, and some other games such as WWE Champions, which right now has around 30 millions monthly active users.
Wow.
And our team, besides some of the game that made solely by the Ali Labs, some of our gaming team also contributed to the success of some popular title like Dungeon Hunter by Gameloft,
Yeah.
Legend of Runeterra by the Riot Games.
Wow. That's really impressive. I mean, you were saying 100 million? That's, I mean,
Yes,
that's
yeah,
quite an
around
impressive that's
100
quite an
millions
impressive
download
team.
all the games.
That's really impressive. Hi, I also I have Floppy here. He's joining me through our channel today. So there's I'm gonna be asking you some questions, and then also Floppy, we're gonna both be asking you some questions.
Sure.
Yeah, Floppy, you want to jump in?
Yeah, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I was curious sort of what types of games. I mean, you just mentioned a couple, but like what, where you found the motivation to create Kingdom Raids and maybe some games that you were inspired by.
So the Kingdom Raids is a mixture of tower defense, and the RPG game. So if you play the Clash of Clans before, then you will see some elements of similarity in our game. However, there are some differences that set our game apart from the Clash of Clans, such as in our game, the players can control the hero, and our game focus much more on hero. So it will have more like active gameplay instead of just a passive strategy game. Um, and so why we started the Kingdom Race? So uh, the story of Kingdom Race began in the mid of 2021. So at that time, I met the gaming team at the Ali Labs, and they complained about the gaming play of the gameplay of most modern blockchain games at the time. They found most of the blockchain games has really a boring gameplay at the time. So they shared with me about the game that they had been working for over 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried the game and found it fascinating right away. Then I decided to join the team to help with the business and fundraising side of the project.
You got a really, really fun like story behind Kingdom Raids. Like when we were talking to Tyler, that was one of the things that, we'll touch on this a little bit later, but fun really seems to be like, you have some unique stuff, right, for an RPG, but fun really seems to be like at the heart of everything that you guys are doing at LA Labs. Can you just tell us a little bit more? Some people here know more than others, but can you tell us just a little bit more about Kingdom Raids and, the story behind, Dude Kingdom and King Dude and just give like a little intro into Kingdom Raids.
Yes, sure. So our game is a mixture of tower defense and tower defense strategy and RPGs. The game takes place in a Dual Kingdom, which is a fictional land of mystery and adventure. We has there was King Du, who was the rulers of the kingdom.
Yeah.
So, um, so he was admired and respected by all the residents for his kindness. Under his uh, under his dynasty, the people kingdom lived happiness, and they welcomed many creatures from all the universe to their land to strain and settle down. However, their kindness and generosity attracted many dark forces. They want to invade the Dual Kingdom. So after the insurgence of the invaders, the Dual Kingdom fell apart and divided into five regions representing the five elements of nature: fire, dark, water, light, and earth. So the players will play the role of King Du, and the player will summon heroes from other universe to the Dual Kingdom, and try to fight against invaders and regain the lost land.
Nice, very cool. Can you tell us a little bit more about the heroes? You just mentioned the heroes. Yeah, like how many heroes are there, and what like different qualities do they have?
Sure, sure. So in the Kingdom Red's word, so heroes are the more important part, because heroes will determine the success and failures of any battles. So essentially, for each player, for any battles, normally they need a team of heroes. So currently we set it at for a team of four. So that we first of for the first release, we spiked 40 unique heroes with different abilities.
That's cool.
So this hero will classified based on role, reality, and elements. So we have different roles such as warrior, guardians, rangers, mages, supporter, law, and joker. For rarity, there are five level of rarities.
Okay.
For elements, we also have a five elements of nature: fire, water, earth, light, and dark. So we have some statistic for heroes such as health, attacks, defense, speed, critical damage, and critical rage.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's really well thought out. That's cool. So you guys are starting with 40 heroes, and then will that be expanded in the future, you think?
Sure, sure. We will gradually add more heroes. When the game progress, we want to release it phase by phase, so we can keep the players stick to the game, and because they have an incentive to win, and also to have a new heroes. So
Yeah, you're gonna keep refreshing it over time.
yeah.
That's awesome. And then can you tell us a little bit about like the magical gems and like what these are used for? You talked a little bit earlier about the five regions, right, of Dude Kingdom. But tell us more about like the magical gems, and how these relate to the game.
I guess you are talking about the resources, one of the main resources of the game. So resource is one of the most crucial part of the game. So all the players need them to upgrade the heroes and also the buildings. So there are many like in-game activities will be required to use resources, and players can for those like magical gem, players can extract from below the land, and resources are also categorized into five elements corresponding to five element of natures. So like under the firelands, you will find some rare magical fire gem. Yeah, and the players will have to build strong structure to gather those resources.
Nice, very cool. Hey, so tell us a little bit about how like everybody's a landowner. Like how does land ownership work? What can you do with your parcel of land? And then talk a little bit about I know that there's like some element of having to protect your land, right?
Yeah, we got a lot of
Yes, yes.
questions about the land.
Yeah, yeah. We're curious about land.
Sure, sure. So, so the land um, um, is a special features of the Kingdom Rates. So it also an in-game NFT. So players can purchase land from the marketplace using the tokens, using our tokens. So for land, we have gonna have a world map. So you can choose a plot of land that you want to buy, and the land you divide it into five regions representing five elements of nature: fire, dark, ice, light, and earth. So in each land plot, players can construct military base, defensive buildings, and also they can build mines to extract resources. Um,
I guess
however,
like on that. So
so
like are like is the land that's good for like mining resources, like is it also good for like building on, or is there like yeah, can you talk a little bit more? Is are they going to be like equal in like resources, or yeah, just tell us a little bit more about like how the
yeah, yeah,
mining
sure.
works and all of that.
So resources are randomly distributed.
Okay.
So even when you like there in each land there will be like common resources and also rare resources.
Okay.
For common resources, every land will have a common resources. But for the rare resources, it will only um exist in some type land, and it's totally random
And so
in the
like
game.
and you have to
Yeah,
protect the land. So do other players know like those like rare resources are on certain plots, or is that like hidden until they kind of like acquire or attack the land?
the hidden. It hid. Those rare resources are hidden. They only know it when they attach and get that rare resources. So essentially, players can deploy a team of heroes. Right now, we set up to the 10 heroes to protect the mines
Okay.
of the land. Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool.
And
It's really
also,
yeah,
apart
it's
from the five main reasons, we have also an unexplored lands at the middle of the map, where we will have a lot of uh, um, team activity and also like monthly activity from maybe clan and also some type tournaments. Whereas players can capture powerful heroes and also uh, earn some valuable rewards.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we had a lot of questions about the land. I hope
Yeah.
we dove in deep enough there. That's a very exciting part of the game. So let's move. So I'm curious a little bit about the artwork. Like where did the inspiration come for the design elements?
yeah, the artwork's super cool.
So for the artwork, so essentially, initially the game was developed as a low budget game. So we have a like a little bit low quality graphics. However, after we got funding from Seed Rouse and also um, we have a talk with our art director. We started to invest more in attractive artwork. So the inspiration is come from our um, our lead 2D artist. So he has been so he had been working on a few um, popular titles such as Legend of Runeterra for Riot Game and some
Okay.
and some other big titles before. So he has some inspiration for the artworks, and he tried to set out some of the guideline for the art of the game.
It's interesting because like, you know, like for us, like when we look at the stuff, like it just really comes off as like a lot of fun, like I know from the business side, you're saying, oh, maybe it started out as like lower budget. But
Yeah.
from our side, like it just has such like a fun, like feel to it. Right. And,
Yeah.
there's a lot of play to earn games out there. But everything you're talking about, like with the mining and like, building essentially these, communities, these fortresses, building on this land and then protecting it from other people raiding it and with teams. Like it just sounds like a lot of fun. And like, I think that's something that Tyler was talking about. And like, it'd be great to hear a little bit more from you about like the importance of like incorporating fun, like into like a play to earn game like Kingdom Raids.
Sure. So I bet that everyone like when when people play a game, they want to like build something for their own. And in our games, they have to build their own kingdom. That's a good thing. And our game for when we develop this game, our game design tries to strike the right balance between the play to enjoy and play to earn users. The game designers try to cater to different tastes of different type players. So land game, for land gameplay, we have a mining parts that can serve the type players who don't have a lot of time to play the game. They just want to have a passive mining resource mining, and we also have many other in-game activities that can serve for the players who have more time.
That's a cool
Just
element. Yeah, that's like a
yeah,
cool element just because like obviously like everyone approaches games differently, right? So some
yes,
people, want to be an active part in the game, while as others like, want to have like a presence in the game, but yeah, like don't
yes,
have, hours a day or hours a week, to be playing.
yes.
So yeah, as far as you talked a little bit about the play to earn aspects, but you're also going to have tournaments, and I think you're going to have both solo and clan tournaments. Could you talk a little bit about how those differ and the earning potential and purses involved with those?
So for the tournaments, we have both solo and clan tournaments. So players can join the kingdom tournaments to compete against each other to earn some value rewards based on the rankings and leaderboard. So essentially, for the Genesis sales, we only sell the heroes of the three lowest level priorities. So for the highest one, the high levels heroes, you have to earn from the game. There's no way around.
That's cool.
So essentially, for the tournaments, you can earn heroes and also the tokens, the in-game tokens and the government tokens. So we have two types of tournaments. Players can choose to choice. We have solo tournament, we have and clan tournaments. For the solo tournament, individual players join the tournament and compete with other opponents to increase their ranks in the leaderboard. So the higher ranks are, the more rewards you can get. The clan tournament, the same rule applies. However, this time the leaderboard will compare the cumulative scores of all members within the same clan.
I think that's
And
real. Yeah, I just think that's so cool about how like, the highest rarity ones that you actually have to acquire in game. Like, cause there's so
yes,
many projects now that are just doing it. Like the minting is like a just a big like trip to the casino and gambling, right? And
Yeah.
it's cool that like, yeah, essentially you're rewarding people for, taking part in the ecosystem.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay, so like there's 7 unique campaigns, and then on top of that there's 3 difficulty settings. Can you go in a little bit more into detail on that?
Sure. So in our first release, there are 7 in-game campaigns. So each is a kind of story campaigns. The players will write their own story and they join the campaign. And for each campaign, each campaign has three stages: normal, hard, and nightmare. So in order to be eligible to join different campaign, gamers have to meet some in-game style requirements for heroes. So, for example, for the forest normal campaign, it requires one star forest hero. But for the forest hard, the players need at least 2 heroes with the three stars. So at first, when you join the game, only normal stages are available for you to play. Other stages such as hard and nightmare will be unlocked gradually after the gamers finish the previous mode.
And there's also like the difficulty settings, right? Like, so
Yes.
is that something that the players select in there?
No, it could be unlocked gradually after the gamer finish the previous mode.
Okay. And so like, I know some of this other information, like Floppy, you can ask about this. I know some of this stuff is on your website, but we just want to touch base on it since we got you here talking with us today. And a couple people were asking in our AMA chat, really about like just the timeline. You want to go into it?
Yeah, curious about the overall timeline, and then a lot of the questions we've been getting are around like what platforms it'll be released on, like iOS, Android, and then will it be PC, browser? Just touch on that a little.
People are excited. People are really excited. So we want to.
People want to play.
Yeah, I think it's in it's in a couple different phases. So just if we can hear from you, that's awesome.
For the we expect to release our first version in iOS and Android in the early second quarter of this year. So initially the game was developed and optimized for mobiles. However, it will be built on Unity. So we use it's so easier to build for the PC and browser version later as well. So we expect to release the PC and browser version later this year.
Very cool.
It's funny. People are already saying in the chat, like, if it's on Androids, like, I'm waiting for the release super soon. Someone was asking, would it be good if I can play on BlueStack? My phone is not good right now.
Yes. We support the BlueStack and some other like simulation as well.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so one question we always like to kind of ask, and since we got you here, we're putting you on the spot for a second. But like, is there any like kind of like alpha that's not like really widely known that you can share from us? Like, I've already learned quite a bit through talking to you tonight, but any sort of alpha, anything that's really not widely out there that you can share with our community?
We're gonna release the first stage of the gameplay really soon. Maybe it's in a matter of weeks, 1 or 2 weeks. So the first stage of the gameplay with the new artwork will be released. And after that, we have also have a new trainers coming,
Okay.
and also new website as well.
Cool. And then someone else from the community was asking, like, how can they get access to like a beta? Is there going to be any sort of whitelist?
We will have some whitelist for the betas. We will have a lot of like activities and campaigns to onboard some of the some gamers who are interested in our game.
Very cool. I'm gonna drop a little just for everyone who's in here tonight and listening. You guys are lucky because because of the time zone. Obviously we have a little bit of a smaller audience tonight. But stay tuned in just a second. I'm gonna drop a link in here, and you guys are gonna get a little bit of reward, courtesy of just being here and listening. And I think this is a present from King Dude. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
King Dude himself.
I guess another question we got is like, will there be a beta test and will there be a reward for testers?
That's going to be a beta test, and we are expect some type of reward for the tester as well.
I like it. It's been really, really interesting here about all this tonight.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you coming in and talking with us and asking all these different questions. I guess one question we had here is perhaps some kind of bounty company for different users. It's the same
Some
kind of thing.
bounty companies for different users.
Yeah, Vladimir, if you want to rewrite that question, I'm happy to ask it again while we have.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I just love that this stuff is coming out so soon. Anyone who hasn't checked out the Kingdom Raids website definitely needs to like go on. They got a cool video on there now, but to see that gameplay video is going to be coming out in the next couple weeks is really, really exciting.
Sure. So yeah. So thank Dons and the PathDAO for having me today and to share about the Kingdom Raids. And if you guys have any question, you can join our Discord channels.
No, not if you have questions. You guys definitely should join. You guys should join their Discord. They've been really generous, like with their time. And hi, this is only the first time that we're talking. We definitely want to have you back on in the future. On Tuesday nights, we have like kind of fun like happy hours. So tonight like we put you on the spot with some like really direct questions. But on the Tuesday happy hours, it's more just about hanging out and having fun. And I definitely want to keep like in touch and keep updated.
Sure.
As your timeline expands. So
Sure.
you guys in the AMA chat, everyone who's listening tonight, I'm going to drop in the AMA chat a link. Again, this is a nice present courtesy of King Dude himself. And, just appreciate it. One last question we'll take just as it's coming in. And we're getting some people right now are confirming that they just joined your Discord. So we'll definitely be promoting this through all of our channels and everything. One question is will the NFTs be on Polygon or BSB?
BSC, I think so. Actually, we will release on the BSC first.
Okay.
If there's demands on other chains, we will support other chains as well.
Cool. Well, there we go. We've been expanding on our end too. So we started on ETH, and we actually have a PIP up right now. A path improvement protocol to expand onto Polygon. So that's the cool thing about DAOs, right? You start a project and the community gets involved, and then they can really play a direction on the direction that it goes. I love it. Someone just asked where my lords at. we got the big lord in the house right now talking to us. Hey, well, thanks again. You guys in the chat, I'm going to drop a link, and we'll definitely stay in touch, and we're going to get some updates in the weeks ahead. When that gameplay trailer comes out, we'll push it out through our community as well, because we're really proud to be a partner with you guys.
Thank you, Dons and the PathDAO team for having us, and hope to see you guys soon.
Yeah, we'll see you in Dude Kingdom. Cool. Take care, guys. And just check out the yeah, check out the AMA chat. We're going to be dropping a link in there, and appreciate everyone joining us tonight or today or whatever time in the world, whatever time in the world it is for you guys. So I see we got some regulars in the house. What up to Ang, one of our community managers. We also got some other PathDAO people in here, some new faces. So thanks so much everyone for joining, and we'll talk to everyone soon.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.